Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Thursday. We are talking sports. We are talking sports. We got all day and all night. No, I'm lying. I ain't got all night. I got to go to bed and go to work in the morning. But we got time today. We got nothing going on today, so welcome. My name is Jesse. I am your host. I will be joined later on by Scotty. Um, Feel free to join the chat. Um, Ask questions. I'll tell you what we're going to be talking about. But before we get started, you know what we have to do. It's time to cheers it up, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Let's do this. Cheers. Oh, yeah. Hits the spot every time. So, as y'all know, today is Thursday. We're talking sports. We're talking mostly college football. Um, but there's other sports, but let's get the show on the wall. Welcome to Questionable Sports with Jesse Hernandez. That's me. My guest Scott will be on later on. Today's topics of the day, I'm welcoming you right now. So welcome to the show. Thank you for joining. Again, chat, hit the subscribe button, turn your notifications on, let you know when I'm on. I will be doing gaming every now and then, but mostly we're going to be on here talking sports. That's what I like to do. I don't know if I'm good at it, but that's what I like to do. We're going to be talking about other sports, like I said. We're going to recap if you weren't here Tuesday, we did 20 to 11. I'm going to do a recap on that. And then we're going to do 10 to number 1 today. That's me and Scott's top 20 for the college football. Let's make sure I put that in there. Then Scott, again, got his own little segment where he's going to be talking about, I don't know what, but he's going to be talking about something. Then we're going to preview some Saturday games, college football games. Um, and my cat wants to come over here right now while I'm on here. He wants to come bug me. And of course, with this being my show, I get the last word. So, yep, this is what we're going to be talking about. You can't see the bottom, the last two. I'm going to have to fix that later on. But as you can see, I'm welcoming you. Like I said, I'm welcoming you right now. What's going on? Thank you, Mom. Thank you for joining the chat. How you doing today? Again, talking about other sports, not just college football. There's baseball going on and NFL. Ain't going on now, but we will talk a little bit about it. Again, we're going to recap the top 20 to 11 college football teams, and then we're going to do 20 to 10 today, or 10 to 1 today. Um, Again, Scotty has his own segment. Number 6 right there says preview Saturday games. There's some games that are going on Saturday. Um, and then number 7 is the last word. So, Corey, like I said, it's my show, so I get to choose what we talk about. So, or what I want to talk about. So, again, like I said, I'm here by myself as of right now. Scotty will be on later on. When he joins, he would just join. That's the way he rolls. He likes to just sneak in. But we're gonna start off with the Texas Rangers right now. Like I said, there's other things that are going on in the world, other sports. Um, so the Texas Rangers, they're not looking too good. They're 10 games under 500. They're 59 and 69. They're actually 10 games back, which is not bad. They can, they can, they can fight, but it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for them to fight. So I say just throw it in the bucket. Let's call it a year. Let's move on to next year. I think that's something we're used to when it comes to the Texas Rangers. But again, um, oh, excuse me. That's that shot. That's what that is that shot. So I'm getting old. So when you get older, your shots don't hit the same. Um, but yeah, they're 10 games back. Um, so it is what it is. I still think they're a good team. I still think they're built to be good. I'm glad that they didn't throw away this season completely by trading everybody away. Like a lot of people were saying, "Hey, this season's done for. Trade everybody away." Because I believe next year we could come back and we'll be back in the playoff. I'm not saying that they can't make the playoffs this year, but I just don't see it right now. It's just sit Degrom down, let him rest the rest of the year. I mean, I know they ain't played yet, but let him rest. Call it a year for him. Get him back healthy come April, March, and then in the March or beginning of April next year. So that's my take on that. But anyways, moving. Still talking about the Rangers. Let me say something real quick. You know, I know a lot of Rangers fans. I know a lot of Rangers people who are Rangers fans. Rangers fans who say they're Rangers fans the whole time, but they weren't sitting in the stands in 100-degree weather in the summertime in the old stadium like I was by myself while my mom worked at concession stands. So you ain't a fan. You might be a fan now, but you weren't then when they sucked, when nobody was going to the games. I was going to the games. I would literally buy cheap tickets. I mean, because by the end of All-Star game, you would go on these tickets, this SeatGeek, not SeatGeek, it was StubHub and stuff like that, and find $9 tickets on the bottom row, second deck, and you'd be like, in paradise, because ain't nobody else there, because it was hot, 100 degrees. Imagine going to a baseball game today, it sucks, being out there in the heat. But I used to do it. I was young. I was stupid. I didn't get this skin. This is not my natural skin color. This is because I was sitting out in the Rangers game watching them. So, but what I want to talk about, though, I'll rant. I don't know what you want to call it. But what I do want to talk about is how, hold on. I'm going to take a drink out of my glass here. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you know what team I like in college. So I don't know if y'all know that. But imagine this. Think about this. If the Dallas Cowboys won the Super Bowl, right? I mean, that's a big whoa. That'd be the badass. The world might end. But imagine if the Dallas Cowboys won the Super Bowl and they turned around and didn't make the playoffs the next year. How bad would everybody be talking about the Cowboys? How bad would they be putting them down? You know what I mean? Think about that. Right now, the Texas Rangers won the World Series. I mean, it's awesome. Nobody in their mind thought they were ever going to win the World Series. Not this last year, because the team wasn't ready yet. That's what they were saying. I didn't think so. I said there was a possibility they'll make the playoffs. When I talked to people when they asked me about the Rangers, I was like, they might make the playoffs. They might make the playoffs. But they went on that historic runs in the playoffs, which was awesome. But now this year, nobody's talking down about them. Nobody's saying, "Oh, this team sucks. This is that." Everybody's just getting excuses, which is okay. They got a lot of injuries, but again, think of that as if it was the Cowboys. Imagine how much hate would be out there right now if the Cowboys were not going to make the playoffs. If they were, well, let's put this in this perspective, where they're 10, 59, and 69. Let's say right now the season's not over. Let's say that right now they're 4-5 right now, halfway through the season. Imagine that. Everybody be talking so much shit. You be having ESPN, Stephen A. laughing, and all these other people just talking shit about the Cowboys. But nobody's saying nothing about the Rangers. Nobody's saying, "Oh, this and that." That just tells you what kind of, I'm not going to say fan base, but how many fake fans there are out there. Now you ain't seen nobody. I'm just actually, what's crazy is the stadium is still filling up. That means that stars. I'm saying everybody but the Rangers. The Rangers, they still have fans. They got that love still because of the World Series. But it's just crazy to me to think that nobody's talking negative about the Cowboys. I'm not the Cowboys. Rangers, get it right. So that's my little 2 cents. I like to throw in there about the Texas Rangers. Love them. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Texas Rangers. Been a big fan. Love baseball. I just think it's, like I said, it was just crazy to sit there and think that nobody's talking bad, or making this season like it's the worst season in the world, like if it was the Dallas Cowboys. Because as you don't know, if you don't know, I bleed blue. I'm a Dallas Cowboys for life. So, but moving on, the Cowboys, talking about the Dallas Cowboys, they do play this Saturday against the Chargers at 3 o'clock, 3:30, I believe. I don't know if any of the starters are going to play. Maybe like some on the defense, maybe some offensive linemen, maybe the rookie tackle might play a little bit. But I don't think Dak's gonna play. I don't think Zeke's gonna play. So I mean, I still like to watch the preseason just because I like to see what we have in the backup, what we have, what's going to be on the practice squad. Because a lot of them guys are not going to make the team, but they will be signed to the practice squad. So it's nice to see some of that, and just try to figure out who's going to make the roster, who's not going to make the roster. But yeah, um, but there's a couple of things that's going on with the Cowboys Dax deal. You know, if you want my 2 cents on that, you know, I understand Dak wants to get paid. CD wants to get paid. Uh, what you gonna do happen to CD? Well, I'm about to go on to that next. I'm talk about Dak real quick, and then we'll go to CD next. Dak, I believe he's going to get paid. He is a great quarterback, and I just don't see what people are seeing. How they sit there and say he's not a great quarterback. He's not a top 10 or top. They're like even say there's not even a top 20. I'm like, who the hell are you? What are you watching? Like, what games are you watching that I'm not watching? You know, they're like, oh, he throws incompletions. He's inaccurate. Name a quarterback in the NFL who hasn't thrown an incompletion. Who doesn't have nobody throws perfect 20 for 20 and passes. Like, seriously, like Dak's throwing 21 for 28, 7 incompletions, and they're like, oh, Dak sucks. Come on now. Come on. And they're like, oh, he get his yards in trash time. Well, it's not his fault. His team is losing. You know, he's getting his yards to try to get the team back in the game. So, but anyways, but Dak, couple of things that kind of irritated me about Dak though is a couple of stuff what he says. You know, what do you say? He just don't see himself maybe not being here next year. You know, be ready to look forward to next year. But one thing that the Cowboys did is they drafted him in the 4th round. No other team was gonna. I mean, he might have gotten drafted, maybe in the 4th round later on, or maybe in the 5th or 6th. No other team was looking at him like the Cowboys were looking at him. Cowboys gave him opportunity. Tony Romo came back. They stayed with Dak. They gave him the opportunity. I'm not saying he needs to give him, a big discount, but um, you need a hometown discount. I mean, you see Dak on commercials all the time. That's not because he's the quarterback for Jacksonville or Carolina. I don't see the Carolina quarterback on any commercials. They're you got. I mean, I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying he needs to get a home, be cheap. But you got to think about Tom Brady wasn't the highest paid quarterback. He won Super Bowls. I guess what's more important to Dak is the money, not the championships. So that's what kind of irritates me a little bit. Now going on to CD Lamb, same thing. I mean, I get it. CD Lamb is great. He's good. But look, receivers come and go. I mean, you've seen it. We've all seen it. So I think that's what's kind of holding up with the receiver position, because we've had the expensive receivers: T.O., Joey Gallo, Rocket Ishmael, Roy Williams. Cowboys spent money on those receivers, and at the end, Amari Cooper. At the end, it kind of bit him in the butt. Dez Bryant. I mean, Dez stayed with the Cowboys the whole time. Well, except when he went to Baltimore. But it tends to bite him in the butt because at the end of the day, they don't pan out to be who they are. So I would love to have them sign CD, but this is gonna, if the CD doesn't play week 1 or not ready or doesn't show up by week 1, this is gonna see what kind of quarterback Dak is. If he doesn't have a receiver, are they not gonna be a good offensive squad because CD's not there? It's going to show what kind of coach they are. But now they got to make adjustments because CD's not there. Now we got to find another number 1 receiver who's going to be the one we're going to primarily throw the ball to. And if they can't make that adjustment, maybe Dak shouldn't get paid. Maybe he's not as great. Maybe CD is making him great. So maybe this is a good thing to find out. Is it really CD this team, or is it really Dak's team? Now one of them is going to have to get paid. Could they pay them both? Yeah, but guess what? Next year, Micah Parsons, his contract's up. He wants to be the highest paid non-quarterback. You can't have 3 highest paid people on your organization. Is this not? Because then guess what? Who are the people in the background? You're not getting paid. You're not paying other middle linebackers who are good. Now you got to get a linebacker who's maybe a third string linebacker on a different team. You know what I mean? So that's the thing that I don't get. That I'm not understanding. You know, tell me if I'm wrong in the chat. But I just feel like, hey, somebody's not going to get paid. So one of them three are not going to be here next year. I say that much. And if it's CD get his deal done this year, then there probably may not be. Honestly, it may not even be Micah. Because if CD gets his done, I'm sure they're going to get Dax done. So, but they're not going to be able to sign all three players. So, but again, that's my take on that. I wish they were all going to be here, but business is business. They got to feed their kids, their family, and stuff like that. So I guess I can't knock that. If I can get paid millions of dollars, I'll be love to get paid millions of dollars to play football. But all I gotta do is play it on the video game, and I had to pay for the video game to play it. So who's dumb now? Me. Any more questions we got out there today? So, but yeah, I mean, we got Stars. They're going to be coming up pretty soon. They start their preseason. I believe, I haven't looked it up, but I believe they start their preseason in October, if I'm correct. Don't quote me on that, but I believe they start their preseason then. But yeah, hey, what's going on? What up, Butter? Thanks for joining. Dak's not trash. He's just not great. Can we just say that? Can we agree to say that? I mean, thank you for joining the chat again. Cheers. I mean, I don't know if y'all can tell who I like. I'll still be at work tomorrow. Don't worry about that. But I'm glad you said something, because I know you were a quarterback and back in your playing days at Polk High School, I think, wasn't it? How was what can you say that as a quarterback, ex quarterback, that might help Dak out? I mean, like I said, I was a defensive guy, so I think he's great, but I mean, I can't sit there and tell you that he was what he needs to work on or anything like that. I don't know any of the fundamentals of quarterbacking. Now, if you want to talk about defense, I could talk about defense all day. Look, y'all didn't even tell me. I could see it on the damn camera. I had little drops of drink on my mustache. Y'all didn't even tell me. Come on now, y'all gotta work with me here. Don't just let me fail. I can fail by myself. I don't need y'all's help to help me fail. So, but yeah. So like I said, just waiting on Scotty to get on. When Scotty gets on, we'll be talking some more about some college football. Again, we're gonna do our countdown, our top. We're gonna preview the 20 to 11, and then do our 10 to 1, and then we're gonna talk about some couple of games. There's not a lot of games going on this weekend with college football. There's some like 4 or 5 mid-tier games that are not great schools. I think Florida State's the only big one that's going to be playing. Sorry, I was looking see if he joined. But I do know there's some Division twos. There will be some high school football games. I don't know, a lot of people are not into that, but they're like the big schools out of Georgia, Florida. I think they're playing. They might have one out of Texas playing too. So if you want to look, if you don't have ESPN Plus, I highly recommend it if you like football, because they have a lot of football on there during football season. They have college, they have high school, not NFL, but everybody knows about the NFL. You got to buy that NFL premium package or whatever. That's like $600 or something. I don't know how much it costs, but it's a lot of money. And I ain't rich. I ain't got that kind of money to be doing that shit. So, let's see what else I got. Well, that's all I got. I killed my 15 minutes I was supposed to. So, I'll just go ahead and start what we were going to talk about. So this is our top 25, our top 20. So this is what we did for the top 20 to 11 on Tuesday. If you missed the episode, this was my teams. I went with OKC at number 20, Kansas State, Arizona. A lot of people are sleeping on Arizona. I don't know if y'all remember last year, and if you don't keep up with college football, Arizona was a pretty solid team. They got the quarterback coming back, the running backs coming back, got a solid defense. So Arizona's going to be good. Washington, they lost their quarterback coach, so that's why I got them way down here at 17. USC, I'm not a fan of USC, but again, they always find their way being mid tier. Never great ever since Pete Carroll was there. Utah, Clemson, Tennessee, Missouri, and LSU. Scotty over here, he had Texas A&M. I had actually Texas A&M out of the top 20. I think I got him at 23. Oh shit, I forgot. You some bitches can't see what I'm seeing. Now you can. Scotty, you there?
Hello,
What's
I'm
going
here.
on? Scotty's here, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up?
What's going on? What's going on, Coach? How you doing? Hey, don't
Not much.
hold on. I got the chat open, and my buddy Coach over here is talking about my BU light over here. It's not ugly. You ugly. Don't talk about me.
Yeah,
All right.
I, I got my Appalachian State shirt on.
Oh, do you? I got to get you. We got to get you. You say you have a cam, don't you? One day we got to
Yeah,
get you on cam. So
yeah, can
going
do that.
yeah. Right now, Scotty, what we're talking about is the recapping the top colleges for 20 through 11. What we did on Tuesday for anybody who wasn't here.
Okay,
So I already went through my top 20 or 20 to 11. If you want to go over your little 20 to 11.
sure. See, all right, I got at number 20. I had Texas A&M. 19, I had Oklahoma State. 18, Clemson. 17, Kansas State. 16, OU. 15, Tennessee. 14, Miami. 13, Utah. 12, LSU. And number 11, I have Florida State.
You know what's crazy is looking at our brackets. It's nowhere close to being close. Not our brackets. I'm sorry, but our it's not even close to being close. Um, he said, Coach said Appalachian State and A&M nightmare. So A&M, I think Appalachian State scares a lot of people besides A&M. They scare Michigan. So
Yeah, Michigan. They beat Michigan too.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was one of the biggest upsets in college football history at the time. So
Yeah.
all right, you ready to move on to our top 10 to 11?
Yeah, 10 to 1.
Yeah, 10 to 1. I'm sorry, I can't count. That's that grandparent high school education right there. Uh, so moving on to 10 to 11. Here goes mine. I got Ole Miss at number 10. I got Penn State at number 9. Florida State at 8. Alabama at 7. Notre Dame at 6. I got Oregon at 5. Michigan at 4. Texas Longhorns. Not a fan, but I think they'll be decent. Ohio State. And then I got Georgia number 1. I still think they're going to be a solid team. Michigan, I know a lot of people may be like raising an eyebrow about that. I just still think that their defense is going to help them and the running back. If they can stick to the running the ball, and their defense just being solid, I think they can still
Yeah.
get there. So, Scotty, let me know
Yeah,
when you're ready.
still haven't named a quarterback yet.
Yeah, but I mean, I think with them,
They're
uh,
down
it's not going to really matter. Just be a good play action quarterback.
they're down two now.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
So you ready?
Yeah.
Did I lose you, Scotty?
You cut out, but yeah, I'm here.
Okay. All right. Go ahead with your top
You ready
10.
for mine?
Yes, sir.
All right. Number 10, I have Mizzou. Number 10, I have Mizzou. Number 9, Michigan. Number 8, Penn State. Number 7, Ole Miss. 6, Alabama. Number 5 is Notre Dame. Number 4 is Texas. 3 is Oregon. 2 is Georgia, and I have Ohio State at number 1.
You know the crazy thing about that. Um, hold on, let me get my cat. He just jumped on my computer. I don't want him up here because I have my internet on there. Give me a second. Hey. All right, sorry about that. That's what happens when you work from home. Coach said he likes your list, Scott. He doesn't like mine. He says Michigan's too high. Oscar said Texas, baby. So he likes both of our
Yeah,
brackets.
Texas is going to be pretty solid.
Yeah, again, the only question I have is what their defense is going to be.
I was listening to
Oscar. Shut up. Baylor doesn't suck. Maybe they do. We don't know yet. The season hasn't started yet. It hasn't even started yet. You can't even say they suck. So, but yeah. So, what else do you have to say about your team?
I'm kind of pumped for the season and see how these playoffs turn out.
Let me say something real quick. I made a mistake
With
here.
one of the
Huh?
I would say one of the semifinal games is going to be at the Cotton Bowl
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I
at
can't wait.
Texas Stadium.
I'm a, I'm gonna buy tickets and resell them. Um,
I'll buy them.
hey,
Yeah,
but
well,
listen. So
depends who's playing, but
yeah.
maybe.
So I did forget, but I do have Texas and Michigan 3-4. I do believe Michigan losing, they can fight their way back up. Same thing with Texas. I do believe if they lose that game, they will fight their way back. But
Oh yeah,
I believe Texas has
oh
a
yeah, for
harder way
sure.
of fighting it back because of their fighting in the SEC. Michigan, I just don't think
Yeah,
anybody in their conference is going to be strong enough to compete with Michigan. So I know some people are like,
yeah. I mean,
why do you have them
Texas
put
could
3-4?
lose 2 games and still.
Oh yeah, because they're in the SEC. So um,
Yeah, they have a pretty tough schedule.
yeah, Dylan Gabriel, he went to Oregon. If I'm correct? Right. Dylan Gabriel, he was at
Yeah,
OU. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, Coach. Dylan Gabriel is overrated. Coach said, I think Texas offense is good enough to not worry about their defense. Well, yeah, I mean, you got to remember though, they're playing in the SEC. SEC plays is a lot harder. I'm not saying a lot harder, but the
yeah.
defense is a lot sturdier.
Their safeties are
Oh, he did just say that right now. He said
kind
they're
of
talking
weak.
about the SEC and not the Big 12. So defense has come alive. So, um, all right, what do we have next? I forgot what my next what you call this. Let me see.
We're gonna
Oh,
do our
it's our
picks
college.
for the week this weekend
Yeah,
games.
that's what I got next. College football matchup. All right, I'll go first with the Florida State and Georgia Tech. That's who and again when I say who's gonna win, most of the time I'm saying what my heart. I'm not saying what the odds are and all this stuff. So don't go put money on anything I say. So, but I think Georgia Tech is going to be a good team, not a great team. So I'm going to take Florida State on that one. Scotty,
Yep, I have Florida State's, I think, favored by was what, 11 and a half, I think it was.
yes sir. Now
So yeah, I'm
if you want
going.
if you wanted to bet what Scotty says because he pays attention to the betting odds.
Yeah,
And the other
yeah,
game
I'm
we're
going with Florida.
yeah the other game. So going forward, I'm going to make sure to explain to everybody how we're going to do this going forward. So Thursday we're going to be on again. We're going to be on Tuesday to recap. Thursday we're going to be on again, and it's not going to be all the games. I'm gonna pick a couple of games that I'm going to be interested in watching and who I think is going to win or who I want to win or who I want to lose. Scotty's going to do the same thing. Pick a couple of games that he wants to watch or things going to be interesting. He's going to pick who he thinks is going to win, and then we'll go from there. So it's not going to be like we're gonna go through every damn game or every big game, because we don't get paid for this. We're actually doing this for free, for your entertainment only. So next game we got,
There's like
huh?
50 games every week.
Yeah, it's too many damn games. We don't get we don't yeah. If you want to do that, go watch ESPN. Fuck that. The next game is SMU Nevada, and of course I'm gonna have to go with the downtown Dallas SMU team. Scotty,
Yeah, I mean that's I think they're favored by 24.5.
are they? Yeah. So yeah, again,
So
see, Scotty pays attention
yeah,
to that. I
definitely
don't pay attention to him.
SMU. It probably won't even be close, but who knows?
Yeah. Oscar just said October 12th is going to be save a date bunch of good games.
Yeah.
Coach said Nevada over SMU. I know Savion Red is at Nevada, but he's not going to make a difference. Not Nevada has no defense to stop SMU's offense. The only way they're going to beat SMU is they keep SMU's offense off the field. That's all I can see. Coach, you're betting with your heart, and that's what I normally would do. But yeah, Oscar said October 12th. I think that day right there, that weekend should be a national holiday, because that weekend right there is just that's ridiculous. What's going on that weekend?
Yeah, it's got some good stuff
Yeah. So
coming up that weekend.
oh yeah. Oh, I mean, you know what's crazy though? Don't even look at that. Look at October 5th. Remember, Scotty, we were talking about October 5th.
Yeah.
Because my wife had asked a question about October 5th. Look at October 5th. That's got some good games. Week 0, you're absolutely right. Anything can happen in week 0. If you want to think that way, you think Georgia Tech is going to be Florida State. They're playing in Ireland.
They're playing in Dublin, so I mean, I could.
So you're right. Anything can happen week 0. But I just don't see it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to see Georgia Tech win. That'd be a great upset. But then that messes up everything I just put down on my top 10 list, because I got them at what, 8? I don't even remember what I had them at. I got it written down right here.
I have them at 11.
I have them at 8. Yeah, see, I have them at 8. Damn, I'm smart. I remember stuff sometimes. It's the alcohol. Cheers. I'll make sure I show you the glass. Just in case y'all forgot what team I like. But again, I appreciate y'all joining the chat. I know Scott appreciates it. Joining the chat, watching. Hit the subscribe button, turn your notifications on. Let y'all know when we're on. We're on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Some days Scott won't be here because he has stuff he has to do. Some days I'll be here, but just won't be here. I know, I'm telling you right now. Me and Scott already said this. Next Thursday, let me do this. Next Thursday, we're going to make it quick because they got a lot of college football next Thursday. And there's some good games. What do we say? There was Minnesota, North Carolina, and Colorado.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how Colorado's going to be this year. So,
yeah.
But now it's probably the worst part of the show. It's time for Scott's selfish segment.
All right. Well, today I'm going to talk about the 12-team playoffs and what that's going to look like this year. So there's going to be the first 4 teams in would be the 4 conference champions of the Power 4 now. They would get the first round bye. And then 5 through 8 teams would have home field advantage for the first round. And then if an independent or a non-conference champion is ranked 1 through 4, they will automatically, independent like Notre Dame, they would automatically move up to number 5 seed.
So hold on,
So
let me make sure I heard this right.
so Notre Dame.
So Notre Dame can't get
So
into the
non-conference.
Notre
Yeah.
Dame
So
can't.
non-conference
Uh huh.
winner is in the top four or an independent like Notre Dame.
Uh huh.
They will automatically be put in the number five.
Oh damn! I did not know that. That's crazy.
So Notre Dame won't have a first round bye.
Damn, that sucks.
And then the one E5 team that gets in will be the 12 seed, unless
What?
they're ranked lower than that. But
Okay.
I don't see I don't see a G5 team ranked below, or I only see one in the top 25 probably, maybe one. But and then so the first round, um, I said 5 through 8 will have home field advantage, and then for the quarterfinals. On December 31st would be the Fiesta Bowl, and then the other three would be on January 1st. Would be the Peach Bowl, the Rose Bowl, and the Sugar Bowl. And then for the semifinals, January 9th would be the Orange Bowl, and then January 10th would be the Cotton Bowl. And then the national championship would be January 20th, and that is in Atlanta, Georgia.
And that's a Monday, right? They're still having it on Mondays.
Yes, that'll be a Monday.
Very nice. So
And that's kind of how it's going to work this year. I guess is it on Tuesday? Are we going to have our? Are we going to do our brackets?
yes. So on Tuesday,
The playoffs.
yeah, as Scotty was saying, Tuesday we will be doing our own. He's gonna do his little 12-man bracket too. Who's gonna be in the playoffs? I'm gonna do my 12-man bracket in the playoffs, and we're just gonna compare it. As you can tell from our top 20 teams, may not even look at the same. It might not even look right. But it's something fun that we're gonna do. I hope y'all join, critique us, let us know what y'all think, who y'all think is gonna win the national championship, and again, uh, any of the picks that we pick in the next few weeks. If you want to critique us, tell us we suck. I'm gonna look at you straight in your face and say, "No, you suck." So I ain't scared of you through a computer, but if I see you face to face, I might be scared. Um, but anything else, Scotty? You got?
That's all I have for my segment today.
All right. So let's thank Scotty for that. And let's transition. All right. I think the only thing we got left is the quote of the day. So the quote of the day, as a lot of y'all know, again, if y'all weren't here Tuesday, I like World War II. So I use a lot of quotes from World War II. I kind of compare them, integrate them into college football. I like to think of the SEC as Germany trying to take over everything, and eventually the America Big 12 is going to come and beat them all. So that's how I like to think of it. But who knows what's going to happen. But I got this Winston Churchill quote that I've always lived my life by: never, never, never give up. He actually says that 8 more times. But I actually do believe this. Life is tough. You know, everything. A lot of things happen to people, and it makes life tough. Not just for you, but for everybody. I don't want everybody to think that it's um, it's just tough on them. So never give up. Never give up on yourself. Never give up on your life. Never give up on your family. Everybody goes through hard times. I've been through hard times. I'm sure y'all have all been through hard times too. So just don't forget that somebody cares. I care about myself, and as a lot of y'all who do work with me, y'all know I'll come see y'all every day. I say good morning. I say goodbye. Y'all drive by me when I'm putting my shoes on. I'll wave at y'all every day. I see you when you're working. I'll come and say what's up to y'all. Y'all know that. So I just want to let y'all know that everybody is Somebody cares about you. If it ain't me, it's somebody else. So remember, never give up on you. Never give up on life. So that's all I got to say about that. Scotty, you got anything else to say?
No, I'm good.
Coach put a quote up here: "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the." That's a big word. Continue that counts. Churchill. Unless he put some words together, but I don't know how to say that. Curnad. I don't know. Grand Prairie education again. Mom, I'm not scared. You know, life goes on. Take a shot. I ain't got no shot. I'll take a drink though. I'll take a drink. I just took my shot before the or when the show started, but I'll take a drink, Oscar. I'm drinking whiskey and some Sprite there, just in case. Uh oh. So I'm not sponsored by anybody, so that's why I'm not gonna tell you what whiskey I'm drinking. I'm not sponsored by Sprite either, so I don't know why I said Sprite. But yeah. But Scotty, thank you for being here. I appreciate
Yeah,
everybody
thanks.
for joining and watching, joining the chat. Pass the word on. Tell them, hey, I know some idiot trying to start his own sports talk show with another guy who actually knows what he's talking about. I'll let y'all decide who's who. But I'll have other guests. I'll have Coach on here. I'm sure I'll have other people that want to join the show and talk and give their opinion on stuff. Okay, so see, I wasn't dumb. He put two words together. So success is not a failure. Is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Churchill, Winston Churchill. So I was like, oh man, I'm about to be dumb in front of millions. I mean millions of people online. But that's how you get famous, huh? Do something stupid.
Yeah.
But again, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you, women. I appreciate it. Again, never give up on yourself. Never give up on life. Taking your life is never worth it. So, peace. Don't forget, safety first, then teamwork. Thank you. All right, Scotty, have a great evening.